Notes from the Upper West Side, a novel by Dan Wrench. Chapter 27, The Neighborhood Carnality. It was late last night when I finished that last chapter. Now listen, I still have a lot to tell about that ride with Big Butt Belinda, but I had to get some sleep, because I still get some pretty busy days even though I'm laid off and the wife is out of town on a cocksucking gig. Oh, did I mention I got laid off? I guess maybe not. So I'm kind of stuck with no money coming in right now except unemployment. Shit. It used to be bartending was what you did when you lost your regular job. Now it's the regular job you lose. Is that insane or what? Some people blame the union. Not me. Thanks to the union, I've got some great benefits, like the bennies that pay for Dr. Jessica. So every couple of years or so, the bosses push back with a raft of layoffs. Big deal. It's just a matter of time before the union gets us reinstated. Just a matter of time. In the meantime, I'm sweating my ass off in the summer humidity and taking the kids to morning Bible camp. I know. Bible camp. Seems unlikely a full-blooded blue stater like me would take his kids to a summer church thing, right? It was Junior's idea, but I have to say I pretty much went right along with it. First off, it keeps the kids out of trouble in the non-school months. Second, it gives me a few hours off to be a grown-up on my own among my fellow grown-ups. Third, it teaches the boys some of those basic morals and things about compassion that they probably don't get enough of from anyplace else. That's 3 good reasons. So fuck off. Bible camp in the city is a couple of rooms in a church basement, so the camp part is more of a prayer than a real place where you can go and cook meat over a fire. It's pretty pathetic, too, when you see how they take these little sunless cement rooms and decorate them with cardboard cutouts of trees and 1 or 2 teepees made of blankets with the profiles of animals etched into them. This morning's walk to Bible camp featured a brush with the Neighborhood Carnality. Me and the boys were walking down the sidewalk in a steamy morning torpor when we made a stop to pick up Carol Ann Hurdy, Harry's 7-year-old girlfriend, out in front of her mom's apartment building. Your mom lets you stand out here by yourself? I asked her.
Yeah, so?
Nothing, just asking. And the 3 of us commenced our drowse down the hill between Amsterdam and Broadway toward the church that has the cellar that is Bible camp. We were the man squad plus 1. Jackhammers were jacking.
I smell boogers,
Sammy said.
Oh God!
Carol Ann shouted at Harry.
You have a McBoner!
And she stopped and pointed at that part of his anatomy where a little boy is wont to get a McBoner.
I do not.
He shouted back.
What's a McBoner?
Sammy asked. It's, I was struggling here. I was tempted to say it was what McDonald's made out of the bones that didn't make it into Chicken McNuggets. I might have even been stupid enough to say that too, but Carol Ann jumped in first.
It's his fuck stick!
She screamed. I expected Sammy to ask me what a fuck stick was, but he didn't. Instead, he and Harry marched on in silence, their jaws stern and their brows furrowed as if they were little justices deliberating on new evidence. Carol Ann was only 7, like I said, but the little bitch was miffing me. You parents know what I mean. Harry has only a few years before his own balls sell him out to the nearest tramp in a shiny skirt. Just a few years before he wakes up to a brain full of ass. Just a few years. Less than a decade. I wanted to go to Carol Ann's house and grab her stupid mom by her camouflage print blouse and say, Just what do you think you're doing talking about boners and fucksticks in front of your daughter like it's normal banter so she can come over and laugh at my kid's dick? Don't little boys deserve a chance to rest up before the slam dads? Don't they get a few years to read comic books? Don't my boys get a childhood? I ranted thus mentally on the way to morning Bible camp, while Carol Ann Hurdy looked at my face and giggled. Notes from the Upper West Side is a work of fiction. The people depicted in this work do not exist. Notes from the Upper West Side, copyright 2013 to 2016 by Dan Ray.